Hi everyone, it's week 5 for our weekly reflections. I'm Michelle Lightworker.
And I'm Tony Dad.
And we thought we might choose a card and then open the book because just in case we choose one we've chosen before. So here we go. I think that's my turn, isn't it?
Yeah, you choose.
Oh, sun's come out. Oh, we've got men at work in the background.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'll find it there.
Okay. I'm showing first today, aren't I?
Yes, because I went first last time.
I know where it is. I think. There it is? Okay, cool.
There it is. And the question, how do I achieve moderation in my life?
That's a good question actually. It's a little bit similar to the work-life balance one that we had. I achieve moderation in my life by continually striving to be in touch with the different parts of myself, so the spiritual part of me and the human part of me, and it's a continual juggling act for me. So I'm it's not like I'm ever perfect at it. You got to balance, juggle things. It's continual flow. So is it too much work, or do I need more exercise? Do I need to work more on my relationship? Am I giving enough mummy time to the kids? It's continual, moderation is it for me. It's about keeping everything, I guess, in balance, but also not any one area sort of excessively focused on too much. So moderation, I guess, a lot of my inner child work and working out what my inner child wants versus my spiritual self, and how to create some harmony between those two. I do a lot of that. A continual day at a time thing, checking in. It's good to get a reality check from your partner too, or your family, stuff like that. So always open to feedback from other people, what they're seeing, what they're noticing about me and things like that as well, not think I know it all. So that's pretty much how I do daily guidance on the what's in balance, what I need to do next, being guided every day. It's me.
Yeah, moderation, pretty topical for me at the moment. But anyway, look, I think it comes down to, well, first of all, some consciousness around it. So being conscious of your actions and whether they're moderate or immoderate, I think, and then having some honesty around your actions, and being able to be conscious and honest of what your actions are. You can then put in place some steps to moderate these behaviours or actions to make sure you can keep a better moderation in your life. And I agree with Shaw completely that checking in with others is always a good way. As long as you've got good, honest relationships, they should be able to tell you if you're moderate or not. If you've got people surround you that aren't in good relationships, well, that you might not get that feedback and don't really do anything about that, because if you're being immoderate and you ask people and they just say, oh no, you're fine, well, they may not really mean that. So again, the honesty is there, that you need that feedback to adjust your behaviour. So I think, consciousness and honesty, basically a big thing to help you achieve moderation.
Yeah. Hey, one thing we haven't done? We haven't actually read what the guide says.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Isn't that funny?
Just before we went on.
We should read what the guide says. I don't know what page it was though. I think it's page 18. No, that's Who Am I Really? Okay. We should have done that. Maybe we should stop the video and then find it and then. Oh no, I got it.
Got it?
Okay, by addressing this reflection, we can look at ourselves and take stock of areas in our lives that may require some moderation. We can then decide what the best way is to achieve some moderation. Perhaps you've chosen this reflection because you are being called to hone in on ways to keep your life balanced. If it has been out of balance lately and immoderate in any way, you may be feeling it is time to learn ways to moderate these areas more. It may be time to consider what areas of your life are important to you and whether you are honouring these areas with moderation. If you are too pushy or needy in certain areas, then immoderation may ensue. Sometimes we don't know our limit until we have crossed it. Moderation often takes time to master. Nature itself is in a perpetual state of equilibrium. Remembering these things may support us to stay positive in striving towards moderation.
Wow.
That's pretty
Some
good.
Wise words there.
Yeah, it's definitely good for me. So, yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay.
thanks again. We'll
See you next week.
That's for sure.